reaction from that announcement from President Ramaphosa on his new executive. Let me come to you just to wrap up very quickly there, Mr. Pityana. Patricia de Lille, Batabile out. Of course, it seems that President Ramaphosa could not take the risk with the likes of her. Jeff Radebe is also out. Talk to us a bit about the politics of that.
Well, I don't know what the politics are, but I do believe that the removal of Batabile Dlamini, Nomvula Mokonyane, and others like that does signal a very important commitment to the statement that the president makes about ethical leadership.
Yeah.
And of course, there is a residue of people who have clout over their heads, and it's an outcome of political contestation and all of that. If you look at on balance, though, from business point of view, we are happy that Gwede is back. We are happy that Barbara Creasy is in forestry and fisheries, because that department was run to the ground. She's got a lot of work to sort out there.
Yeah.
We hope that the Department of Labour and Employment will see the training portfolio, which was wrongly sent to higher education, back there, because that's a labour market instrument. You can't create jobs unless you actually have a big driver there. Disappointed around an unenthusiastic Minister of Education. I think that education needs a lot of energy, attention, and a great deal of effort. We're very pleased that both Tito Mboweni and Ibrahim Patel are there on the steering on the economy. Ibrahim Patel played a very important part in driving the investment conference that we saw last year, and of course driving investment and what DTI does is going to be a critical area. But we do hope that there will be a champion in that department around small business that we can interface with. We contrary to views expressed, we think that Minister Mboweni understands what needs to be done with regard to the finances of the country, says it as it is, sometimes in a less than diplomatic way. But we know what we're in for, and we shouldn't be blaming the messenger. We think that as business, we're looking forward to working with the key economic ministries. So we're very excited with the changes. We think that on balance, they are a positive move, and we'll look forward to engaging. Jackson Mthembu in the presidency is an inspired choice, because he's been a chief whip, and in his role as a chief whip, he understands the dynamics of having to drive policy reforms, and his key role is going to be around the new ministry that will be coordinating policy there. We've made the point to the president that we really need policy cohesion, and we need somebody there who will hear us, understand what we have to say. So we look forward to that. Lastly, we did raise the issue with the president that we need a criminal justice system that is fit for purpose.
That works.
Ronald Lamula, Bheki Cele, and Ayanda Dlodlo should make a good team. John Jeffries, I have concerns about that in terms of his positions and roles that he played previously in respect of some of the tough decisions that had to be taken when some of the Chapter 9 institutions were under attack, the destruction of the Scorpions. So his role in the Zuma regime doesn't fill me with a great deal of confidence. But he's a deputy minister, and I think that Ronald Lamula has taken incredible positions with regard to anti-corruption crusade and insisting that there must be corruption must be taken head on. So I'm very hopeful.
All right, Prof, are you as hopeful as Mr. Pityana about what we've seen come from the president? Is this the team that is able to, of course, take South Africa forward, as they say?
Yes, indeed. I think, look, the generational mix, the clarion call for a generational mix has been responded to. And the likes of Ronald, I think I've got confidence, and I trust with proper nurturing, he will deliver. And you have Toko Didiza. I mean, everybody who knows her, they will tell you she acquitted herself well, especially when it comes to agriculture. And the people have been calling for that, especially those who are in the sector. I'm sure they should be celebrating. Then you have, Sipho has just indicated the undiplomatic way that Minister Tito does express himself. I like him exactly for that at times, because it is what he says and not the how at times that intrigues me, because other people are not really willing to express that, and it rattles his colleagues, but oftentimes trying to get them into line. So, and I suspect the president, while uncomfortable with the how, but is happy with the what. And then when we go, I would certainly, I'm not excited about Blayton Nzimande returning to higher education. He has been there before. Maybe in another space, that's where he could have been considered. But yes, all in all, looking at it, I can't say more about Pravin and Becky Kele. I mean, this constitute part of my A-team, and it has been strengthened my A-team. And then with the cat being the deputy president, you see, it's important to mention the cat here.
Yeah.
Had he been excluded, the president would have been vulnerable, and the ANC would have been destabilized. An unstable ANC would be an unstable country. But lastly is Delil. I must comment on this one. She formed a party called Independent Democrats. And then taking people who moved from the ANC, and he fraternized with the ANC, and she was punished.
Yeah.
When she was in the political doldrums, she was saved by Helen Zille. And now she's repeating exactly what was done by Magwaza. She moved away from the IFP with the collusion of the ANC, some would say in court, and she was punished, and the party fell in disarray.
Yeah.
And I'm saying Delil has taken a kiss of death. But does she care? She's at an age where after 5 years, she will retire. But those who have gone with her, probably where they are, they must be smarting.
All right. Well, that's, I'm afraid, where we're going to have to leave it, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience, for being with us here on SABC News as we continue. Of course, I'm sure lots more reaction to the president's announcement of his executive will come in the next couple of hours tomorrow morning as well. Stay tuned to SABC News. That's where we're going to have to leave it, from myself and our sign language interpreter, Pumza Skumba, and the Full View team. Thank you so much for staying with us, and I'm sure we'll continue to track all your reactions on social